Hey, what's up, everyone? Praful here. Welcome back. Thanks for joining in. Today is the 18th of August, and today is the weekly expiry. And I thought of starting the live trading video series again. All right. So the markets are opening at 17,900 levels, and this is this exactly turns out to be somewhere around here, right? So we are opening at these levels. ये अपना range बन जाएगा, and we are opening exactly here 17,900 levels के आसपास हम लोग open कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. So most probably 17,950 will be defended. So 18,000 and 18,500, 18,050 calls will be shorted aggressively. So the threat will be when this swing is taken out. The first threat will be when this swing is taken out, and the second threat will be when this swing is taken out. So the idea is to short the 18,050 and 18,000 calls initially, but we have to be very quick in covering those shots once these levels start to test and these levels start to hold for some 10-15 minutes. Now on the lower side, since we are capping down, that I think there will be a decent amount of value in the puts. I don't know, like I don't think like if the puts will still retain value. Of course, all these options will obviously they'll just deflate by 40% or something at the open, but I would think somewhere around 17,800 puts should have decent somewhere around 10 rupees or something. 10, yeah, probably 10. So we'll be sitting on that. The idea is to collect 10 points. 10 points के लिए try करेंगे. If the market is extremely silent, then probably we'll start thinking of coming closer towards the end of the day. So couldn't record the trades for the first 45 minutes. That's mainly because with around 70 rupees straddle premiums, the market already moved all the way from 17 880 to 920, 40 points here and 60 points down, on from 850 to almost 950, another 100 points up move here. So because of which I couldn't record the first 45 minutes of my trading. And currently what has happened is, after the initial up move, we thought that okay, this gap down is just because of some jitterness, and that gap down was about to get absorbed. It did get absorbed in the first 3 minutes, and after that it was a sell off and it broke the day's low. And when it broke the day's low, there was all sorts of commotion, and here the put options were spiking, and I had to risk off the put options to the next strikes and also bring the call options closer. So currently I'm at cost. So this I'll tell you what happened. So here I have to bring the calls all the way from 18k to a 17,950 also, and from there onwards I had to push the puts away. That is from 17,800 to 750 to 700, and from this point, when the market started reversal, and that too, these steep reversal are definitely a huge pain in the ass. And when that happened, I had to again push the puts up, and my puts are almost at somewhere around 17,850 now. So now the idea is, once this goes to 12, I'll be risking off some of the calls at 12, 13, and 14. So ये तीन parts पे मैं करने वाला हूँ, because I don't want to take any additional credit from the put side now, because यहाँ से एक sudden एक call आ सकता है. Or should I take? No, I think we have got a good amount of crush from the put side, because if you look at the puts crashed from 20 to almost 10. तो अभी मुझे puts के तरफ ये और additional ये नहीं लेना चाहिए था, because I started shorting these puts at somewhere around 15 पे एक and 13 पे एक शायद, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 15 पे एक and 14.5 पे एक मैंने किया था. That is why I'm okay holding this. But I don't want to short the puts at these prices, because I don't think they are justified, because even a small pullback, just a candle के bottom तक भी आएगा ना, so this 10 will go into somewhere around 14 or 15, and that will put me in a mark to market loss. So that is, I don't want that. So idea is 12 pay, some of these calls will go away, and 13 pay, some of those calls will again further go away, and at that point the puts will be at 17,850, and from there onwards I'll work around. So currently cost to cost चल रहा है. We were up 2 points, and then we went down 4 points, and from there again we have managed to come back cost to cost, and that's mainly because of these puts. अगर ये puts नहीं होते, सिर्फ मैं ये 17,800 puts के भरोसे पे बैठा रहता, then probably I'd be down by another 2 points or something. But because of these puts, they gave nicely, almost 850 puts almost. They gave really good. And same इस अकाउंट में भी ऐसे ही चल रहा है, cost to cost चल रहा है, and ये मेरा covered call account पे Yes, covered call का 27,000 loss चल रहा है, but I have managed to get most of those things from the already 7,000 rupees सिर्फ put बेच के मैंने already कमा लिया है. So the idea is these puts should ideally go to zero, so I'll get another 6,000. So the idea is मैंने already covered call का video मैंने बना के डाल दिया है कि how to manage the covered calls and all that. This point onwards where we thought that okay कम से कम कोई तो support hold करना चाहिए this previous day's close या breakout level या CPR कुछ तो, but nothing. It's just like it just tanked through and through tank ho gaya. And I was actually, I told you that had my puts at 17,850 at 15 rupees, and now they are trading at freaking 725 26. So of course I got screwed. And I was again same plus 10 minus 10k के बीच में मतलब continuously hover कर रहा है, and in spite of me trying to just aggressively, but yeah, I mean not now. Already like it started to annoy me. Going by how it is, like probably I need to cut down on my risk. तो अभी risk पूरा कम कर देंगे. I don't want to take any additional credit. I don't want to. I'll be targeting 10 points now. Okay, so this is how we progress, right? Like whenever things are working in your favor, you try to maximize your gains, and whenever things are not working in your favor, then probably you should just call it call it quits or try to trade a little risk averse, and that's what I'm going to do. Time is 11:27, and we have been seeing quite some brisk moves. So after that, we saw a strong pullback, and from there again a rejection broke this swing easily. And now I'll be waiting till the day's low to be breached to do anything on this. Probably if we reach the day's low, probably this would come at somewhere around 10 rupees or something. But I think that's okay. I'll be looking at a 2 point mark to market drawdown. I won't try to control it way too much. What my hypothesis is, look at this. This is the day's low, and there is this 200 moving average. So if at all we test the day's low, then we might see a spike into this 200 moving average, which will definitely push out a lot of these put writers, and also that will lure in a lot of call writers thinking that okay, the day low has been broken, and from that point onwards there will be a steep rejection from here. But if at all we breach this, then of course there will be carnage on the put side. The puts are still trading at, I would say, a fairly decent value, because 17,750 puts are trading at around 7.5. So I think if even if we test the day's low, I think those puts should not क्रॉस 10. तो दैट्स व्हाट लाइक सब होल्ड करेंगे, लाइक अभी फिलहाल के लिए ऐसे ही चल रहा है, देखेंगे. टाइम इज 1:20, एंड मैंने जो चीज बोला था एग्जैक्टली वैसे ही हुआ है, राइट? एग्जैक्टली लाइक डॉट टू डॉट मैंने बोला था विल टेस्ट द डेज लो, एंड वहां उसके बाद एक स्पाइक आएगा और 200 मूविंग एवरेज से हम लोग वापस ये करेंगे. एग्जैक्टली मैंने बताया था, एंड हैपेंड एग्जैक्टली. बट probably you guys might ask now, Praful bhai, if you are that sure about this, then why didn't you short ATM puts or ITM puts at this level? The thing is, speculating the market direction and trading that is completely different thing. They are like two completely different aspects. क्योंकि मैं जो कंफर्ट मेरा कंफर्ट एलिमेंट जो है, मैं कंफर्टेबली किस पॉइंट पे मैं ट्रेड करता हूँ, किस चीज के साथ मैं ट्रेड कर सकता हूँ, दैट आई कैन ट्रेड. यहाँ पे अगर मैं पुट्स पे ये बैठता हूँ ना, देन लाइक ऑल दीज छोटा छोटा पुल बैक्स, वहां पे मेरा ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस देके मैं निकल जाता, राइट? बिकॉज यहाँ पे जब मैं आता है तो आई ट्राई टू फ्लो विद द मार्केट्स. तो मैं ट्रेंड फॉलोइंग मेरी बस की बात है नहीं. So that is why, like, though I knew that like this is exactly how it's gonna turn out, I had to still stick to my trading plan. So this is what I keep telling people. ठीक है, देखो, predicting the markets, there are only two cases that can happen ना. मार्केट यहाँ से ब्रेक डाउन हो सकता था या यहाँ से आ सकता था, एंड दिस लाइक ऑफ कोर्स लाइक दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्फ्लुएंस पॉइंट था, एंड इसी पॉइंट पे बैंक निफ्टी पे भी सेम कॉन्फ्लुएंस आया था, एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट वर्कड आउट वेल. बट even though it worked out, I cannot change the way I trade. करेक्ट, मैं जैसे मैं ट्रेड करूंगा वैसे ही मैं ट्रेड करूंगा. एंड with all that, like we are up by around 60k, almost 75-80k तक टच किए थे, but I was sitting on 17,950 calls which I had to exit at really bad prices, almost 10 rupees, 8.5, 7.5 पे exit किया, but I was supposed to get out at 7 rupees, but I had to ultimately get out at almost 10 rupees. So वहां पे मेरे को 2 points का loss हो गया. And also I have managed to add in some additional quantities by pushing the hedges closer. Hedges को थोड़ा पास लेके आके I paid some extra money on the hedges, and currently the hedges have 1 rupee in themselves. Uh, and currently the hedges have around 1 rupee in them, and the short side credit is somewhere around 6 rupees. So effective net on net 5 rupees credit bacha hai. And even if you make 5 rupee credit, probably I'll be ending up more than 1%. And I'll be happy because after getting trapped multiple times and with this kind of a premium regimen, I would be happy to get this. I would be happy to take whatever the market gives. As of now, 17,800 and 18,000 should be most probably uh, should not give much of a problem. And I will be trading on these options for as long as I can. अभी जाके मैं 17,950 call पे बैठूंगा या 17,850 put पे बैठूंगा. That's not what I want to do right now because already the puts have already lost immense amount of value and the calls though they have good amount of value, but in this up move I'm not sure like if the calls are going to cave in. So if the market stays somewhere around 17,900 levels, then definitely we can short 17,950 on the upside and 17,850 on the downside as we move into the expiry. और एक आधा घंटे के बाद वो चीज कर सकता है, but not any time before that because at this point whatever the pricing that the 17,850 put and 17,950 calls are having, I'm not very comfortable with that. If I see some amount of IV spike, then what I'll do is like I'll close this position and move in on from both the sides. Calls के तरफ भी move in करूंगा, puts के तरफ भी move in करूंगा, so that I can have a good exit on either of them. So that way I'll be in a much better position. But अभी फिलहाल के लिए this will be my position. And another thing is August का batch जो है, it's starting from द कमिंग वीक 20th को स्टार्ट हो रहा है. तो जो भी ऑलरेडी रजिस्टर किया है उनको ऑब्वियसली सारे डिटेल्स मिल गए रहेंगे. तो इफ यू हैवंट रजिस्टर्ड एंड इफ यू वांट टू रजिस्टर, नंबर नीचे दिया है तो यू कैन कांटेक्ट द टीम एंड दे विल हेल्प यू इन रजिस्टर. ऑलराइट. Sometimes it legit feels like someone's eavesdropping into whatever I'm saying in the video because 2 o'clock I said that like I'm gonna come and take some additional credit. I did exactly that. यहाँ पे मैंने additional credit लिया. First put side stop loss hit हो गया. यहाँ पे the put spiked much more than what I anticipated, and from there I put out the calls closer from 18,000 to 17,950 and that got hit here. वो भी multiple times हो गया because in this place इस जगह पे usually how I trade is whenever I take one closer entry, I keep a very small stop loss, and I understand that whatever stop loss that I had kept was not exactly on point, तो those stop losses were bound to hit. तो यहाँ पे 2 बार call का and 2 बार put का दोनों बार दो बार stop loss hit हो गया. So probably I lost another 2-3 points in there. So currently I'm not in a very great state. Like I'm just like 50-52k mark to market चल रहा है. The highest MTM was about 80k or something, but unable to go there. So as of now, I have another 4 points net credit because 5 rupees यहाँ पे है and 70 पैसे यहाँ पे जा रहा है. So I would take like 4 points net credit in the entire position. All right. Almost closing the day. Another 20 and another 50 paise, another 5k left. So just closing in at exact 1% today. But considering how the day turned out, I mean, I think it was not a bad outcome. And me getting my directional bias wrong multiple times throughout the day. And again, in the last 15 minutes, I got my call stop losses hit on 17,950. I just tried to scalp some couple of points on 17,950, thinking that the 17,950 will definitely expire worthless. And in this, जब यहाँ पे ये होता है ना, look at this. If you take a look at this cluster closely, this is something I want you guys to notice. When clusters like these happen, it's a complete carnage for me. क्यों मैं बोलता हूँ? When this red candle forms, I try to take an entry here and keep a stop loss here. And when this red candle forms, I take an entry here, keep a stop loss. If you look at this, देखो, this level, whatever that 12, 13 ka level, it got hit almost 6 or 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And सारे candles का low देखो, almost 7 से लेके 12 तक, it keeps vibrating. ऐसे vibrate होता रहता है. So if you try to add at these levels and keep the stop losses at these stop losses will hit multiple times, and that's exactly what happened with me. So multiple times मेरे stop losses hit हो गए, and that couldn't have been avoided. And anyway, fortunately, it's somehow like I'm managing somewhere around funds used are somewhere around 81 lakhs use हुए हैं and close to around 1%. यहाँ पे भी 18,000. So again, 1 point slippage रहता है. So that's about it, guys. Hope you guys also had a good expiry. Bank Nifty was relatively difficult today compared to Nifty because Nifty में कुछ भी तरह हमने manage किया, but I have a friend who's trading Bank Nifty and he was saying that it was really hard to trade Bank Nifty because though Bank Nifty also behaved in a particular way, I think the spikes in Bank Nifty were much brutal than what we saw in Nifty. So anyway, closing it here, 1%, exact 1% for the day, and I take it. I take it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.